Hello, this is Prophet Ambi Glow. And y'all, I literally ran out of the gym. Y'all, I ran. I'm like still sweating. Actually, I'm gonna turn my car on. Just so I can get a little air. I can't keep it on for long. But y'all, like, God has been so good to me. Okay, I don't need it that high. God has been so good to me. And like the devil has really been working on like trying to get me to focus on like the things that I shouldn't be. Right? So like in one area of my life, I'm in a wilderness, like, and it's like I want to consider the biggest area of my life, like the physicality of it, like the tangible. I'm in a tangible wilderness. Like, living in my car, I don't have funds, like all of these other things like that. God has like taken my boasters away from me to like humble me completely, and so I can just get closer with him. And in another area of my life, I'm actually reaping harvest. So my YouTube, like, I'm reaping harvest. I'm reaping in my confidence, right? I was like a depressed, anxious, like low self-esteem person when I was in the world and not with God. And he completely delivered me out of that. And in one point, honestly, the beginning of this YouTube channel, not the very beginning, because it's like I have a video that's like, or two videos that's like 3 or 4 years old by now. But when I first started prophesying on this channel, that was my wilderness season for YouTube and for like opening myself up. That's why if you like look at it, I'm like kind of shy and everything. But now it's like God, when he released me, he's like, I see the comparison of who I was, and it's like, oh my gosh, like now I'm so bold for Christ. And it's like I could talk about God all day long. And like that's really all this is. Like I just wanted to talk about God and like I guess things he's been doing in my life. Because I mean, somebody could probably get something out of this. It's not just me rambling. Because like God is always working in my life. Like I don't seek for his hand. I just know I trust his heart. And when I'm trusting his heart, regardless of like when I'm seeking his face, I know I'm going to see his hand. Um, if you're seeking for his hand, you will you will always be disappointed. But when you're constantly seeking his face, like, oh my goodness, you will always see his hand. But as I was saying, like being in this tangible wilderness, it's almost where the enemy wants me to focus on that and not the fact that I'm actually reaping my harvest in my confidence. And like now that God has released me, this is basically my job now. And I didn't realize that. That's the thing. Like the enemy has me so focused on bills and like y'all. So recording these videos, it's hard. One of the like main things that the enemy was trying to get me to focus on is like me not having sustainable internet. So when I upload, I've been using my data, and so I have Google Fi, like that's Google's like uh phone company, their phone line. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But like that's their like phone company, and I've pretty much like went over my unlimited data, which I thought I was paying for high speed unlimited the whole time. However, that is not the case. It was like over 35 gigabytes. Then like after 35 gigabytes of high speed, that's when it slows down. And then after that, it's $10 per 1 gigabyte. Y'all, that is crazy. So I've been really focusing on that because I've been going over to upload my videos. And it's like, God, most of my videos are like 3-4 gigabytes each. like each video. And so if I don't have Wi-Fi, I have to upload them over my data. And there has been, I've been like on and off, like trying to go places where there's Wi-Fi. However, their Wi-Fi will move so slow. It'll take, y'all, hours to upload. But like I say, I've been using my data, and $10 per gigabyte. If I just upload 2 videos, and if each video is like 3 megabyte or 3 gigabytes, that's $60 already added onto the bill. And like my phone is about to go out. It's just like a bunch of things, you know what I mean? Like that, like, yes, I know I'm not supposed to worry because God has a plan. God has a plan in that. And even if he's, taking the phone away from me just for me to like focus on him, then that's fine. But it's also like, I know you told me to record and I'm just trying to be obedient, right? So it's like the devil has really been like trying everything to get me to focus on the wrong things. And I just want to be obedient. Sorry, I am not going to cry. But yeah, no, it's just like stuff like that. But it's been like God has been taking care of me. I've been, I've been like listening to John Bevere's wilderness courses on the Messenger X app. I definitely recommend it. I'm only on episode 3. However, it's been so good and eye-opening, and sometimes I just need reminders. But like, he was talking about in Deuteronomy 8, and I knew, look, God was all over this. Give me a second. I'm turning. I keep my Bible on me just in case if I wanted to bring scripture. But yeah, Deuteronomy 8, 2 through 3. He said, "And thou shalt remember all the way which the Lord thy God led thee these 40 years in the wilderness, to humble thee and to prove thee to know what was in thine heart, whether thou wouldest keep his commandments or no." And like, we have to remember, like, or I have to remember also, but yes, like the wilderness was to humble me. He's humbled me. And to prove that I would keep his commandments. He knows whether or not, like, he knows what's in my heart, but it's to show me what's in my own heart, my own desires. That's why I say he is really, like, that's the humbling process. And to show me that if I would keep his commandments. And I'm holding fast to him. Like, he's been so good to me. And like, I'm still going through, I'm still content. Like, you know what I mean? There's just a lot of good things. And then verse 3, it says, "And he humbled thee and suffered thee to hunger, and feed thee with manna, which thou knewest not, neither did thy fathers know." I wanted to talk about this part because he suffered, and suffered hunger. Like, I suffered to hunger. I was hungry, but yet he fed me manna. So it's like, I've been wanting and like craving different things. Like, but God has really been showing me, actually, like, you don't need anything different. Like, you're currently stable. And I'm a type of person who loves to change up a lot. So like, with manna, my manna, and manna can be anything in your life that God is, giving you. But my manna, as in food specifically, y'all, has been like Dollar Tree, like Dollar Tree items. And I'm not like, I'm not complaining because I was, but now I was like, I sucked it up and I was like, look, I'm gonna eat this manna. Like, so that's been my like manna. Um, where it's like you're eating the same thing every day and yet you're still tired and like you want something different, like you're hungry for something different, but God wants you hungry for him and his word. And so like he's made me that, like he's made me for that. Like I can't do this without him. So it's like it's been a long process, but like I love him so much. I love him so much. um it's hard. um you know, I always say it's better, even when I was in the world, it's better to learn through wisdom than experience. It's way better to learn through wisdom than experience. Like even when I was in the world and like I seen people, like as a child, I seen people get in trouble. I was like, bet I'm not doing that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was easily going to be the person, look, tell me what not to do and I won't do it. You know, like I don't want to have to experience it. And but there are some things that God is just going to take you through because he knows the only way that you will learn is through experience. And like sure enough, I think I've accepted the fact that yeah, there are a lot of things that I wouldn't have learned without this. And I ain't saying it's easy because it's not easy, but you know, with Jesus, it's easy. But flesh wise, it's not easy. Like in the flesh, it's not easy. But in the spirit, it's easy because it's like, look, I love God. There is no doubt in my mind that I would go through this with him. But like I say, some days the flesh is just like, you know, like flesh be doing too much. But I just wanted to talk about that and like, I guess just reflect on like the things that he has taken me through in just this season. Y'all, and I've been in my promised land for a month now. That's so crazy. Like some days it just feels like it's been longer than that, but then some days it feels like it's only been like, some days it feels like I've been here forever. And then there's some days where it's like, it's been a month. Like it feels like it's only been 2 days, you know? But that's the goodness of God. Like I'm not focused on the time. Like that's the thing. Like I'm just focused on him, and that's been my routine. People ask me all the time, what do you do in the day? I'm like, I'm spending my time with God. Like I go to the gym, I record if I have to. I may go to the store just to walk around because I can't buy nothing. I go to the park all the time, and that's usually where I'm recording, or I'm just like, thinking, writing, meditating on the Bible. Like y'all, like I'm just with God. Like I'm just with God. Like that's what I tell everybody. They're like, what do you do? And I think it's because, well, I'm not gonna assume, Lord. I was about to say, I think the people, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. There are certain people who ask me what do I do? And I think it's because they're expecting me to get a job, but they don't know my life or what God has for me. And they were the same people to say, like, to tell me to get a job. However, if I would have gotten a job, I wouldn't be able to focus on YouTube. And like this wouldn't be my job. So I would be disobeying. And that's number one. Whatever you do, don't let other people tell you what to do, because they won't have to deal with the consequences of your disobedience. Okay? You will. And it makes me think of, this is why I hold fast to God only. I don't really listen to anybody. telling me what to do, I always have to take it back to God, because it makes me think of the passage, I think it's in First Kings, where it's like the prophet listened to the other prophet or the other man of God, and he the man of God was like, hey, come back, to my place and eat, and eat with me or whatever. But God told him not to even go back there and don't eat or whatever. And he went anyways because he was listening to that man of God, and he was like the man of God said, yeah, an angel came and told me that it was going to be okay. However, the prophet was like, no, God told me not to. Yet he still went to the other man's house and ate. And then when he left the house, it was down the road. Sure enough, the lion came and ate him. Oh, well, he didn't eat him. My bad, Lord. I don't want to say that. He didn't eat him, but the lion came on the road and killed him. His body was still there. But like, that's what I think of all the time. So it's like, if you know what God said to you, don't listen to what somebody else said and be talking about some, oh, well, an angel came to me, or, oh, well, God told me this about you. Look, if you know what God told you, it's better just to go with that, and then you learn later on whether or not that was God or not. Like, no, don't just listen to somebody else. Just, if God came to you directly, just go with that, okay? But yeah, no, like, I'm just sitting here rambling because I just wanted to talk, and I don't really have, I'm pretty much always by myself. Sorry, there's like a little bug, and I don't do bugs. But I don't, I don't get to like talk to a lot of people throughout the day. I'm not really a talker anyways. I'm an introvert. So like, I can only hang around people for so long. I love people, don't get me wrong. It's not like I don't want to be around people. No, I don't mind being around people. It like wears me out being around so many people. So I don't really, I don't talk to people all that often. But when I do, it's always about God. So yeah. Yeah, and I don't get to, like, during my daily life in this current season in the wilderness, where God kind of has me like separated to, like, do his will. It's been hard. It's been hard. Cause like, I have a lot of hopes, in my promises to come to pass. But yeah, I'm not gonna go on any longer because I might start crying. So, but like, I'm doing good. Like I say, I'm doing good. God is still good. I'm still at peace and content. I definitely ask for your prayers. I just wanted to talk about something like that's been going on with me, I guess. Like, it's been really good. So I'm not here to like complain or anything. I just wanted to share just in case if somebody else needed to hear it. But yes, that's all. So if you can, to support, I know God is gonna do miracles for me, and my wilderness season won't be that long. I'm praying, Lord. But it's okay. I'm with you. But yes, so to support, if you are laid. I'm not here begging for no money. I was actually thinking about opening a P.O. box too. The only reason why I was thinking about opening a P.O. box is because the way God has been providing for me isn't just through money. So if somebody doesn't have money, but they're like, I don't know, God lays it on their heart to like send me something, I want to have that opportunity. But I mean, dang, it's like even the P.O. boxes are expensive. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, well, I don't know. But it's okay. Everything's fine. So I will see you in the next video. Bye.